Are the poor getting their fair share? We're uncovering the truth, lies, and red tape in Iraq. I'm Morris Jones. Here's the latest from News Central. There's a big difference between the haves and have-nots in Iraq. For years, the richest of the rich were Saddam Hussein and his Ba'ath Party loyalists. The poorest of the poor was everyone else. But that's changing. John Lieberman is live in Baghdad tonight. John, the government is stepping in, but is there anything we can do to help?
Absolutely, Morris. There is something that Americans can do to help. Right now, dozens of charities are springing up here in Baghdad and across Iraq, working with the provisional government to try and help some of these poor children in some of these poor neighborhoods. Really what's happening here is the focus is now really being put on one of the untold stories here in Iraq, and that is the plight of this country's children. Take a look.
These palaces are nothing short of magnificent. Saddam Hussein built more than 14 new ones over the past 20 years. The price tag went well into the millions. All the while, the people of his country were becoming among the poorest in the world.
That's because Saddam took all the money and built his palaces. He didn't use it for social programs.
Enter Lemoine, a volunteer giving his own time to help those Saddam forgot.
This is like dolls and toys, just stuff for kids to play with.
Lemoine, along with the U.S. military, is collecting toys and clothes to give the neediest kids in Baghdad. So far, surprisingly, it's slow going.
And I don't think that the people of America know that there's an urgent need for clothes, for everything.
And if there's any question about the need, wait until you see this. Eager kids swarming to collect everything from toothpaste to stuffed animals. Their parents encouraging the mob scene, urging them to grab more and more. It's the only life they've ever known. It's no wonder 50% of the people in Baghdad are younger than 15. 3/4 of those are considered poor. To try and empower the Iraqis, the military isn't handing out the goods. A local Iraqi charity is. It's their first time doing it.
I must learn to organize them first, because now you see they are crowded and they don't know how to do their jobs and how to receive the help.
The looks on the faces of the young show not only the history of the repressed, but also the hope for a new future.
The look on those children's faces really sticks with you. A couple points now. One is that most of these charities were not allowed to exist under Saddam Hussein. Indeed, you saw they do now. And another point is these charities are actually afraid to go into certain areas across this country and help the children for fear that insurgents will target them, because these charities are actually going along with and helping the provisional government. They are afraid that they'll become targets, and unfortunately, many kids in some of these poor neighborhoods are suffering because of it. We're live in Baghdad. I'm John Lieberman for News Central. Morris?
John, it was refreshing to see the children's side of the story there. What about electricity in Baghdad? How does it compare to the pre-war power level?
It's a good question. We're working on a couple pieces for later this week on this very issue. Power is not up to pre-war levels yet. We're going to go visit an electricity, power-making plant. We're going to go there later this week. We should point out right now the residents here have an average of about 12 hours a day with electricity, but it's kind of staggered. It's like 3 hours on, 3 hours off. So yes, it's a major problem. Electricity still is, especially for the shopkeepers and for the schools and things of that sort, because you don't know when you're going to have lights, when you're going to have heat, things of that sort. So we'll get into that a little more as we continue digging here in Baghdad and across this country.
And John, are people getting back to work there? How bad is unemployment?
Unemployment is bad. It remains at about 60% here, 6 out of every 10 people without jobs. It's interesting to note the reason why so many are without jobs is because many of the buildings are dilapidated and they can't actually go to work in those buildings because they were destroyed either by military action or by being ignored by Saddam Hussein for many years.
John Lieberman in Baghdad, thanks for that report. You saw his wonderful story on the kids. The information on where to send donations is posted on our website, newscentral.tv. Pick your city, then click on the sightseeing link. John Lieberman and our news Central crew will be traveling across Iraq, bringing us live reports every night on the stories you've asked us to cover. That's only on News Central.